Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Arc Forts. Well, we have some very special news today. Some gameplay has been released regarding Pokemon Go. Now, it has been leaked, I should say, not released. Leaked by a man named Tom Woodhead, who is an advertisement guy. That's about as much as I can tell you. From London, England. So he's a Brit. So this Brit came to Austin, Texas for an AR extravaganza, I suppose. And at this AR extravaganza in Austin, they released some gameplay footage for Pokemon Go. Actually, John Hanke himself released this gameplay footage. And so many people have said that they think this might not be legit. This is, I mean, if you see the video and the pictures together, you definitely get the idea that this is legitimate. John Hanke right there explaining the gameplay to those present in the audience. It's legit. Let's be real, okay? This is the alpha gameplay footage that we have. Now that's pretty cool. I mean, that's something that we have not had ever, but it does confirm many of the things that I predicted on this channel. One of them is player levels and player experience, which if you look at the screenshot, you'll see in the bottom left corner that there's a username with an avatar of some kind. Might be customizable, I'm not going to speculate on that this time. But you can see that there's this ring around the player, and it has some amount of, I guess, coloring in. And I'm going to assume that that's the experience level because there's another section of the video where when Ivysaur is captured, experience is gained. And it's not gained for the Pokemon, obviously, because Pokemon was captured. So it's obviously gained for the player. And not to mention the fact that the player actually has a level next to their, above their name and next to their avatar. So that pretty much confirms player levels and player experience, which means you can probably bet on there being some kind of gear related to that is based on your level. So that's one thing that's confirmed. The other thing that it confirms is if you look at the gear set, as John Hanke is trying with very sorry luck to try to catch that Ivysaur, he goes back to his inventory to try to pick up a Master Ball. When he does that, you actually see a list of the different Pokeballs, and there's one thing that I want to point out to you guys, and that is the little recycle symbol next to the Pokeballs. First of all, before I get into that, notice the fact that there are 58 Pokeballs, okay? I don't know who and is assuming that people are going to have to buy their gear, but here's where I make my case that we're not going to have to. I said in one of my first videos that we're not going to have to buy gear, and a lot of people told me that I'm crazy. They were saying that Niantic's going to try to bleed us dry out of all of our money, and I just didn't feel like that would fit their MO. And this pretty much confirms it for me, because if you look at this recycle symbol, obviously that's a symbol used to recycle the gear to probably get some kind of experience points, or maybe something related to these crystals that we saw in another shot. But you don't recycle gear that you buy. That's just dumb. They wouldn't really give you that option. That would be ridiculous. And I know that in Ingress, there are in-app purchases you can make, but you can't recycle those, one. Two, you can't even give them to other players. So the fact that there are that many Pokeballs and that they are recyclable, the gear is recyclable, means that these Pokeballs were not earned by in-app purchases, but they were earned by probably playing the game, going to wherever these other locations are on the map that's listed. So I feel pretty proud of myself because I was able to predict with like an incredible amount of accuracy the gameplay of Pokemon Go. Now, I have to say I don't condone in any way the release of the gameplay because it's obviously, I don't know, unethical and slightly illegal. But, you know, this is coming from a guy named Woodhead, so what you gonna do? Alright, well that's all I have for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and obviously I have made some pretty accurate predictions in the past. If you want to see more predictions on the gameplay that I'll be making soon, and some other discussions about augmented reality games, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, and a like. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.